welcome to our video presentation about the microeconomics behind WestJet, presented by myself, Samer, Ryan, Long, Noah, and Maria. To start off, we have our agenda, which is from chapters 1 to 10, from the economic problem all the way to monopoly, and everything else in between, as well as our recommendations and a conclusion at the end. To introduce, you all may know, WestJet is a commercial flight company offering flights to many people all over the world. As the year goes on, a lot of people find themselves tired and burnt out and just ready for a break and to relax a little bit. And WestJet's here to answer that call. This package will go through different concepts and point of views for the microeconomics behind WestJet and its product, as well as the recommendations from both a business and a consumer standpoint. We hope you find things informative and enjoyable. Thank you.
I'll be talking about chapters 1 and chapters 2 in this presentation. In 1994, co-founders Clyde Beddoe, Mark Hill, Don Bell, and Tim Morgan saw a need to satisfy human wants and needs by providing safe, friendly, and affordable air travel. This answers the questions of who, what, and how to produce, enhancing efforts to keep our successful and highly efficient low-cost structure and culture, as well as ensure unstoppable competitiveness and affordability to our clients. This is a positive statement as it is stated by WestJet itself. WestJet has gone down in quality. This is a normative statement as this is an opinion rather than based on data. WestJet has capital goods of almost 200 aircraft with 138 Boeing 737s and it's based in Calgary. The company has over 15,000 employees, flies to 87 destinations, and this couldn't have happened without the risk of co-founders. WestJet invests in new aircraft such as Boeing 737 MAX and adds more tropical destinations. It will shift the PPC curve to the right because of the increase in demand and in technology. If WestJet decides to add more tropical destinations, that will take away from expanding within Canada because of limited resources and budget. From WestJet's first flight in 1996, it started off with 3 aircraft and 6 destinations, while currently its fleet consists of 198 aircraft, 118 destinations, according to WestJet. And that increase couldn't have happened if there weren't a demand. Since WestJet was founded, they've cut ticket prices more than half because of the entry into the market along with competition. Between 2000 and 2009, WestJet's market share increased from 7% to 36%. In 2023, WestJet sold 2.5 million base fares below $100, nearly 8 million with base fares below $200, and nearly 50% of tickets were sold during 2023 were below $200, according to WestJet. Demand for air travel decreased dramatically during COVID. A leftward shift in the demand curve happened. Then WestJet decided to enter the cargo business during 2022, according to Scasey. The cargo business is a substitute because there was a decrease in passenger demand and increase for shipping cargo. While recovering from the pandemic, travel demands were sky high and airlines were not running at full capacity, which is supply. The average international flight in July was 35% higher than the same time in 2022. In October 2023, SAS Canada reported a 19.4% drop in airline tickets. And this happened because of the increase of supply from the airliners. And it was found that 80% of all air travel was held by Air Canada and WestJet within Canada. Both scaled back flights within Western Canada. And this increases the price from supply shifting to the left.
I am Samer Khalil, and I'll be covering chapters 3 and 4, the elaboration of supply and demand, as well as chapter 4, elasticity. As WestJet supply and demand goes, there is always a need or a want for tickets, for vacations, for certain things, but the demand for them drops and rises varying on many different things. Something simple that goes for just about every commercial flight company is throughout the year, ticket prices go up and down depending on holidays and just the traffic of how many people are coming in and out of the country. According to a CTV news article, plane rides this year will be going up as a result of less seats being offered to people, so the companies will be charging higher prices to make up for those lost income, such as WestJet, whom had a Boeing 737 deal fall through. They have less seats now, so they will be charging a higher price so they can reach back to equilibrium. You can read more about that throughout the resources provided. As for chapter 4 of elasticity, WestJet is a common name company, and if their product is elastic or inelastic, we're not 100% sure just yet. I would say it depends for a lot of people because it goes to many things. For the substitutes, there's lots of substitutes. There's lots of price ranges to go from, as well as how much household income goes into buying a plane ticket. Plane tickets are not cheap, and they're fairly expensive for most people, and they aren't always a necessity. For some, they may be a necessity, even if they don't pay for it specifically, like their company pay for it. Lots of people go on business trips. That plane ticket will be bought whether it is cheap or not, because they have to go. But for people on vacation, they might not buy that ticket because it'll be too expensive. Being able to try to predict when these prices go up and down, or if they will or not, can help you plan ahead of time and know whether or not you want to when you're going to buy your tickets so you can save up in time.
Hi everyone, I'm Noah. I'll be covering Chapter 6, a firm's production decisions and costs in the short run, and Chapter 7, costs in the long run. So when looking at WestJet's short run, we can see that their production choices and structures are influenced by fixed and variable costs. The corporation has many out-of-pocket expenses such as purchases and leases for planes, fuel expenses, salaries, and maintenance. WestJet relies on key inputs like labor, pilot crew, ground staff, capital, aircraft maintenance, tools, and resources such as fuel and in flight services to run its airline services. How well WestJet manages these resources affects how efficiently it operates. WestJet's output is measured by the number of flights, passengers on boards, or miles flown. Depending on how much and how well it uses the resources, filling more seats and planning efficient flight schedules helps WestJet get more from each flight, boosting efficiency and profits. When looking at the law of diminishing returns and applying it to this example, if WestJet adds more flights on a route without increasing other resources like planes or crew, it may get less benefits from each extra flight. If there isn't enough demand, each added flight could bring in less profit and raise the average cost per flight. So now looking at Chapter 7, costs in the long run, we have the return to scale. So WestJet adjusts its resources like adding new planes or routes to see how these new changes affect output. If this is making flights more efficient and saves costs, WestJet experiences increasing returns. Economies of scale. As WestJet grows, it can put cost per unit by adding more planes, increasing passenger capacity, and getting better deals on bulk purchases like fuel, aircraft, and maintenance. This helps WestJet spread fixed costs like office expenses over more flights, lowering average costs as the company grows. This economies of scale. If WestJet grows too quickly, it might struggle to manage its large operations, leading to higher costs. Expending too much could cause problems like crowded hubs, more delays, or coordination issues, which would increase costs and lower passenger satisfaction. So, to summarize WestJet's short run and long run, in the short run, WestJet's costs are a mix of fixed and variable expenses. Fixed costs like aircraft leases, office expenses, and salaried staff stay the same no matter how many flights they operate. Variable costs such as fuel, hourly wages, and maintenance change based on flight activity. To operate efficiently, WestJet adjusts flights, schedules, seating, and production levels to meet demand and manage these variable costs. In the long run, all of WestJet's costs become variable, allowing the company to make more flexible decisions. WestJet can expand or reduce its fleet, adjust routes, or invest in new technologies to optimize its operations. Economies of scale allow WestJet to reduce per unit costs as it grows, benefiting from bulk purchases, expanded routes, and increased passenger capacity. However, if the airline expands too quickly, it could experience diseconomies of scale where managing a larger operation leads to inefficiencies, higher operational costs, and potentially lower passenger satisfaction. Long run decisions are strategic, focusing on sustainable growth and balancing expansion with efficiency.
Hi everyone, my name is Long Nguyen. I will cover chapter 8 and 9, which are perfect competition and evaluation of competitive market. So let's move on into more details. So WestJet align with the oligopoly market due to the following reason. The first one, there are few competitors in the airline industry. The second one, the aviation industry in general and WestJet airline in particular offer quality services, loyalty program, different tickets classes like economy business to their customers. The third one, is difficult to enter the airline market due to high capital requirements, operating costs, as well as regulatory environment and safety concerns. The last one, WestJet offer a competitive price in the aviation market. However, it has some control over ticket pricing on some unique routes that are not offered by other competitors. According to a research, the airline industry gathered to 72 million passengers in 2022, with Air Canada and WestJet accounting for 80% of the domestic air market. This can explain why the domestic fares are quite high, although new and growing airlines are taking part in the market, and the fares were not significantly reduced due to high demand for travel in a wide nation like Canada. WestJet had always tried to offer the best service at competitive price to its customer by investing in new vehicle, technology, job creation to satisfy the market needs. However, there are external aspects that lead to high air ticket price, such as uncompetitive tax or regulatory environment in Canada. And for this reason, the federal government will play an important role in driving the market in a competitive way. For example, the government should reduce or free taxes and mandatory fees, such as airport rent, edit a duplicate charge to benefit both customer and aviation. And now I will pass it to Maria for Monopoly, and thank you for listening.
Name is Maria Queen Olutosin. I'll be talking on chapter 10, which is Monopoly. WestJet is a major airline in Canada. It does not have a full monopoly but holds significant market power, primarily competing with Air Canada. Concerns about monopoly like behavior arise when WestJet acquires smaller competitors, potentially reducing competition and increasing prices in some regions, especially smaller or a remote areas. WestJet may be the dominant airline, raising worries about monopolistic practice. Together with Air Canada, WestJet contributes to a duopoly in the domestic market, which can limit competition and drive up fares while still facing competition from other carriers. Further consolidation in the industry could lead to increased regulatory scrutiny.
Recommendations. From a business standpoint, WestJet should try to centralize their ticket price more, if possible, or try not to rise or lower them as much, even though other companies do the same. This could have adverse effects on total revenue. WestJet should provide more training to employees, create a friendship and efficient working environment, thereby improving engagement and reducing turnover. As customers, we suggest that WestJet should increase the quality of customer services to address the customer concerns, such as flight delay cancellation, and provide the best offers to quickly satisfy customer needs. WestJet should offer more flexible loyalty programs to appreciate customers, such as point rewards for free flights or free hotel at the customer's destination to attract more consumers using WestJet services, thereby increasing their revenues.
In conclusion, WestJet's impressive growth from a small regional airline to a major player in the Canadian and international aviation market highlights its strategic adaptability to changing market conditions. The company has successfully leveraged economies of scale, managed fluctuating demand, and responded to challenges like the COVID-19 pandemics and supply chain disruptions by diversifying into the cargo business. Operating in an oligopolistic market with significant competition from Air Canada and other carriers, WestJet navigates pricing strategies based on demand elasticity, where ticket prices vary depending on customer segments and external factors. However, as a dominant market force, WestJet must balance its market power with regulatory scrutiny, ensuring fair competition while maintaining profitability and efficiency. Thank you so much. If you have any question, feel free to ask your question. Thank you.